obviously the altercation between him and what I described as Cat from Red Dwarf, Conor Benn jumping in the ring.
I thought you might look like an Elvis impersonator.
Yeah, he did a little bit, yeah. What did you make of it? First of all, before we get into that WWE confrontation, it was orchestrated. What did you think of Eubank Jr.'s performance?
I thought that ring rust was evident. Forget the knockdown that he did. That was a beautifully timed right hand that he had in that first round. But I think it was evident that ring rust was there.
Wasn't it just the same as he always is?
No, I think his timing was out. I thought he looked a little bit too open. Yeah, and it takes a fighter a couple of rounds to get into it. And to be fair to him, he did. But this is the thing. Did he look like he's just...
Looked to me the same like he did against Liam Williams.
He was just a little bit off the pace. No, he looked a little bit off the pace for me. But he's been out of the ring for a while. And at his age, at his stage, I've got to give him allowance for that.
Listen, do you want me to take you straight?
I think that...
Do you want me to tell you straight?
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
You found out at the weekend why he's not fighting Canelo.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Why he's not fighting Hamza.
1,000,000%.
Why he's not fighting Jelly.
I think I knew that before that.
Chris Eubank Jr. is not interested in fights. He's interested in business transactions.
Yep.
That is what he's interested in.
Yep.
That is why at the weekend he's fighting a guy that's not had a serious fight since 2021, and that's why he's entertaining a fight with a welterweight.
Yep.
End of the day, he's interested in business transactions.
I think that's pretty much my view on it. What did you make of the orchestrated confrontation? I mean, I've grown to admire Chris Eubank Jr. because I think he's an ultimate self-promotionist. And if you can sell it to people and they're going to buy it, and basically every time you step up you get beat by a world-class operator, tell everybody that you're going to win world titles and fight for them and you never do, yet people queue out the door to make you the bad guy in the room. Fair play to him.
Yeah, right? Great.
He's got a lot of money doing it.
Conor Benn.
He's making more dough than most world champions.
Absolutely. So I kind of described it as a has-been against a never was-been. You've got Conor Benn, a welterweight, coming into the ring to engineer a confrontation. I looked at it and thought, oh, this is I thought it was childish and banal. I can accept it when I've got to listen to some twerp from the YouTubers squaring up to Tommy Fury to sell a fight.
But it's entertainment, man. That's the world that we're living in right now. I think that's sort of like part and parcel of what's going on right now. Look, I think you've nailed it perfectly, if I'm totally honest. You've got Chris Eubank Jr. there, you go, he's never going to compete at that level. You've got Conor Benn there going, he's never even proved his
Why are we entertaining it? He's
Correct.
Suspended.
Yeah.
Why is it being entertained? Why
Agreed.
is he in the ring out there?
That was where I was going with it. I don't understand it. Like, until March, I think it's March time that he gets a hearing. I think it's around that time. Like, he's not got a licence right now, so that shouldn't be being entertained talking about putting the fight on next.
He hasn't got a British licence.
No.
He hasn't had a British licence for a long time.
No, but they've suspended him, and that's worldwide suspension.
Yeah, it's a worldwide suspension, I believe.
Well, because what UK did was reinsert their rights after the jurisdiction of UK.
So there's a hearing coming up, right? Whether that's March or whether it's before then.
So why are we entertaining this conversation?
Because that fight is being rumoured to be being made in May. A lot of people talking about February and March.
Right. Well, let's have the hearing. Let's have some conclusion, and then I'll entertain you.
I'm with you. You haven't got to convince me. I'm with you, mate.
I mean, do you want the fight? Just out of curiosity. I look at it and think that
doesn't really bother me.
The rivalry between Benn and Eubank is ultimately between their fathers, who were legitimate, bona fide, world-class operators that went into rings with belts or real credentials. Neither of these two have got them.
No.
And I find it a little bit sad indictment of what we are, because we've got all these brilliant fights being made, and now the argument is the next biggest fight in British boxing is Conor Benn versus
outside of heavyweight.
Chris Eubank.
I think where we're at
AJ Fury's probably still slightly bigger than it. Probably.
But I think where we're at with it, do you want the fight?
It makes me sad. That's all. I think
I agree.
I think where you're at with it, you go, do you want the fight? You go, I'm really not bothered about it. But if it happens, of course I'll watch it. It's one of those ones.
Well, look at
Do you think
this.
the Saudis want it, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big time. He said it on Saturday. He said that's the fight he wants to make next.
The reason why it's going to work is exactly what we were talking about at the start. We have just been speaking about the best fight in boxing, a brilliant dance between Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. Did it cross into the mainstream? Did the world see it?
Yeah.
No.
Agreed.
More people will see this. And this is nowhere near the level.
And that's a travesty and challenge, but it's also the commercial reality, isn't it?
Yeah.
And ultimately, you know, when you've got Chris Eubank going up on a stage and calling people scumbags and then retracting it quicker than he
if
possibly
it happens, it's going to be an exciting fight and everyone's going to want to see it, aren't they? For whatever reason. Whether you go afterwards, I knew that was going to happen, that's what it is. Little guy going in against a big guy, that's what it was, or Conor knocking out a guy that's shot. It's always going to get criticism about how this fight finishes. But we'll all watch it. That is the reality.
Let's be honest.
We'll all watch it.
You nailed it a minute ago. We're talking about a welterweight that has never been at any level any real level taking on a lad that has fought for a world championship at 168.
Well, he has been at a level, but those fighters that he fought when he fought them were fighters that were on the way
He hasn't
down.
been at the same level as Chris. Chris has been at a higher level than him. He's fought at a higher calibre of fighter.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, in some of the fights that Conor was having towards the last, before the situation broke out, that he had the challenges, they were against
Lads that have been there. All right, fair enough.
And fought for world titles. Algeria, right?
Yeah.
But Chris himself has been and fought for a world title against George.
Yeah, and lost. So the bottom line is, irrespective of whether we huff and puff and don't like it,
we want to see it.
Get all pious about it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But
no,
but
it's going to happen.
And everyone else that wants to see it,
it's going to happen, and you will watch it. You will watch it. You will watch it.
I will watch it. I tell you what I won't do.
You will watch it.
I tell you what I won't do. No, I promise I'll come round your house and watch it. I won't pay for it. I just won't. Out of sheer principle.
Hold on a minute. Who invited you anyway?
Maybe I'll get one of those streaming things. I don't know. Couldn't possibly say that.